Orchard. We're at the Open Air Blues Festival in Brezoi. With me is Sugar Blue from the USA.
How you guys doing?
How do you like it in Brezoi so far?
Oh man, I've been to Romania before and I love it. I love it. It's a beautiful country, lovely people. Really dig it.
Sugar Blue, you've worked with Marcian Petrescu.
Yes.
Collaboration.
Yeah. We've had a lot of fun together through the years.
I understand you got your stage name from a shellac record that didn't break.
Yes. It was a lovely old lady, Italian lady in the West Village, and we were playing underneath her window at about maybe 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and she was trying to sleep, and she stuck her head out the window and she said something in Italian, and I said, "Oh, hello, nice to meet you." So she threw a box of old 78 shellac records out the window at us. And they all came down, and I mean, right next to me, and they all shattered except the one on top. And the one on top was Sugar Blues. The tune on the record was Sugar Blues. I cannot think of the artist that recorded it. But I looked at it and I said, okay, because I've been looking for a name for a long time, you know, Sonny Boy Williams. Sonny Boy was taken, so so Sugar Blue seemed right on time, you know. And plus, it was SB, because, and the record was by Sidney Bechet. And so, like, I love Sidney Bechet, I love Sonny Boy. And I said, like, SB, gotta be for me, you know, it's gotta be for me.
You were a street artist for a while. Memphis Slim advised you to move to Paris?
Yeah, well, I was busking in the streets, and I figured if it was good enough for Sonny Boy, it was good enough for me. And I learned quite a lot playing on the streets. And I went to see Memphis Slim. He was playing at a place called the Top of the Gate, Art de Lugoff's The Top of the Gate, and which is long gone since. But I met him there, and I sat in with him, and we had a nice conversation. And well, let me put this little anecdote. I asked him to sit in. He said, "Can you play?" And I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "You look kind of young to be able to play the blues." And I said, "Yes, sir, I can play the blues." And he said, "I'm going to let you up on my stage." He said, "I'm going to tell you, you better be playing the blues when we get through. Otherwise, you see this size 14, I'm going to put it where the sun don't shine." Fortunately, I did a good job, and I didn't get to see that size 14. Oh man, and he said, well, then I asked him, hey, should I go to France? And he said, well, they love Sonny Boy there. He said, they might like you too. He said, but it's a risk if you're willing to take it. 2 weeks later, I was on a plane, you know, and I ran into him there, played with him, and I had a wonderful time. And to this day, I thank Memphis Slim for that advice. Yeah.
And is that where the Rolling Stones discovered you?
Oh yeah, I was playing at a little club called La Vieille Gris, and the Stones came in to check me out, and I was like, well, you know. And somebody said, hey man, the Rolling Stones are here. And I was like, yeah, right, sure, you know. But it turned out that they were, you know. I didn't meet them there at that time, but, you know, I did see them, and I was like, well, that's really cool. And eventually I got a call and said, would you like to play on our record? You know, we're in town and we're cutting a record. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? You know, and that was a great deal. I really had fun. I had a lot of fun playing with those guys. Yeah.
And you started out with the saxophone and the violin, getting to the harmonica.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, actually, I started trying to play the flute. Hyperventilated, fell on the floor, and that was the end.
Oh.
broke the doggone instrument, and that was the end of that. Because it belonged to the school, not to me. Mm-hmm. And then I tried the violin, and I was vile at it. And then I went for the saxophone, and I really liked it. I took it home, and I started playing it from sun up to sundown. Finally, my mother said, "Well, you can stay here, or the sax can stay here, but both of you cannot stay in my house together." Uh-huh. So I had to end my love affair with the saxophone, and my aunt saw that I was really down about that. So she bought me a harmonica, and I've been playing it ever since.
And it's been 45 years?
Yeah, 45 years. It might be 50 by now, I don't know. It's been a long time, man. Let's see, I'm 73. I started playing when I was about 14 or 15. Oh man, it's been a long time. It's been a long time.
How many harmonicas do you have?
I don't count them. I just play them. I guess I got about 30 or 40 in my bag, and at least 75 at home, you know. Unfortunately, when a harmonica goes out of tune, you can't tune it. It's not like a guitar. When they go out, they go out. You can replace the reeds and stuff like that, but I don't have that kind of patience. So, and up until recently, I just chucked them or gave them away. And now there's a gentleman in Rome who repairs them for me. And so I don't have to spend quite as much money on them as I used to. I remember when I first started playing harmonica, I was like, oh man, this is much cheaper than the guitar, you know. Little did I know that the damn things wore out.
And you made special effects?
Yeah, well, yeah, for a while I was using guitar pedals, you know, stomp boxes. And I got into that for a while, but that didn't last long for me. I just wanted to get back to the sound of the instrument, you know.
And how do you feel coming to Brezoi?
Oh, hey man, I love it. I love it. You know, and I ran into a lot of old friends that I haven't seen from Chicago in a long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I get to kick it with Marchand again. Yeah, it's really great. It's great.
And completely off topic, I have a curiosity, non-musical question.
Yeah.
Do you remember the day that Martin Luther King was shot, and how did that affect you?
Oh my God, man. Well, hey man, it was a disaster. I mean, it was a very, I mean, I was shaken to the core. They called it the Summer of Love, but I didn't feel that. You know, here was a man that was trying to bring people together, trying to bring some union and some peace. I mean, non-violence, understanding, and to try and bring the United States to a more perfect union. And there were people that did not want that, and so they killed him. And and people like Medgar Evers and Bobby Kennedy and oh my God, Malcolm X,
John Lennon.
Can you imagine? It's just, I don't know. There seems to be, I don't know why, but there is a lot of violence, a lot of gun violence in my country. I don't know why that is. Actually, I do, but let's not get into it.
Of course not. Okay, thank you for your time. Good luck with the music. And we're waiting for you to come on down to the Open Air Blues Festival in Brezoi.
Yeah, y'all come now. Hurry up.
Good evening, planet Earth! Oh my God, that was loud. Anyway, will you please welcome the heart and soul of the blues, Mr. Sugar Blue!
Hey, baby, now I knew you would when I'm with you. I wanna love you, babe. I'm burning up. I'm burning up. I'm burning up. I'm burning up. Cat bone and a mojo too. I've got John the Conqueror. I'm gonna mess with you. I'm gonna make you beg. Lead me by my hand. you. Mulțumesc. Mulțumesc. We love you guys. It's so good to be back in Romania. Grazie. Thank you. I don't know what language you speak, but bless you. Bless you all. God bless. Thank you.